everyone, this channel is all about design lessons and design tips. I try to make it as educational as possible and as clear and simple as possible. Hopefully it's entertaining too. But today I want to share with you some inspiration. This new series of videos are all about my design loves, specific rooms or elements of design that I love. And today I'm talking about powder rooms. A powder room, otherwise known as a two-piece bathroom, is different than any other room in your home. It's definitely not just another bathroom. With just a sink and a toilet, the room tends to be on the small side, which is actually a huge benefit because you can be very creative with the space. And because it's not a regular bathroom, you don't have to worry about water and steam as you would if you had a tub or a shower in the room. So your choices for materials can be wide-ranging. You can be really dramatic, you can play with pattern and color, you can focus on beautiful finishes, you can really go all out. And sure, you can do all of that in your whole house, but if you're a bit worried that you'll get tired of it or that it's a bit too much out there, a small powder room is the perfect room to go all out. Let's get inspired. One of the first things I think about for powder rooms is wallpaper, something I would never consider for a regular bathroom. But again, this is a special room and not a regular bathroom. In fact, I love the idea of making this room feel very much not like a bathroom, a room with a little more drama. Wallpaper can provide so much of that drama, and because it's a small room, you can really go to town. Here's what I mean. There are so many things about this powder room that I love, and the wallpaper is just the beginning. Blue jays, roses, and butterflies. If that doesn't bring a smile to your face, well, then this maximalist design is not for you, obviously. And the wainscoting, painted in a brilliant blue to pick up on those blue jays. How perfect is that color? The height of the wainscoting also helps to break up the pattern in the wallpaper. If you're ever worried about too much pattern and the space being overwhelmed by the pattern, consider some wainscoting. There's a beautiful balance between the strong color on the bottom with the strong pattern on the top. I also love the simple pattern in the penny tile floor. See that little bit of black? Adding a little bit of black in every room is a great little tip. Even the smallest touch of black stands out in a colorful room. Think about adding a touch of black in a mirror or the faucets or the light fixture. So look for small ways to add some black. Another similar design concept is seen here in this powder room. Again, a bold, colorful pattern in the wallpaper above calming and stabilizing wainscoting, this time painted in white. The mirror is oversized in a beautiful aged nickel finish. I love that mixed with aged brass in the faucet and the sconces. I always encourage oversized mirrors in powder rooms because they open up the space and reflect so much more of the room, making it feel larger. And notice the leaning of the mirror on the countertop? Perfect to show off that elegant marble vessel sink. I usually don't suggest vessel sinks unless it's for a powder room. I avoid them in main bathrooms where counter space is much more important and the vessel sink isn't as practical. But in a powder room, they can really be a beautiful feature. And then there's the idea of wallpapering the whole room versus just a portion of the room. Obviously, the wall with the sink, vanity, and mirror would be the focal point in a powder room. Let's not focus on the toilet in the room. So adding wallpaper to the design of that wall is a great way to add color, texture, etc. Here, one of my absolute favorites. It's a grass cloth with a printed geometric pattern. It definitely makes an impact. And here, the whole room in that same wallpaper. Absolutely stunning. This would be my choice. I'm also loving that vessel sink in black and that beautiful wall-mounted faucet. A wood countertop is another great design feature for a powder room where the wear and tear isn't quite the same as a regular bathroom. I mean, it really doesn't look like a regular bathroom now, does it? But let's focus on a little asymmetry to make things a little bit more exciting. You know those powder rooms where the sink and the toilet face each other and you walk into the space between? So you're facing a very long wall? That wall would be a perfect wall for wallpaper. Like this. The reason I love this little powder room so much is because everything is asymmetrical. Not only do we have the small black and white print on one wall, but when you're facing the sink, that wallpaper print is on your right side. And then little bits of magic happen all on the left side with that beautiful pendant light fixture with beautiful brass detailing and that lovely hand towel too. Although the faucet is centered on the wall, the sink design is not. That marble stretches over to the right. I love that your eye moves back and forth, side to side. It's such a simple way of making a very small space more interesting and fun. A little unexpected, but still quite charming. Now remember, I said powder rooms can be quite small, so you may run into some space issues. When you don't have a lot of room for wall sconces on either side of your mirror, asymmetry is also your best friend. In this powder room, the sink is centered, but I love the faucet on the right side of the sink and the pendant light on the left side of the sink. Having the pendant off to the side means you still have visual access to the mirror too. It's actually very practical. And you can do something similar with the wall sconce. Adding a light fixture to the wall adjacent to the mirror will provide additional space for a larger mirror. And I'm loving this powder room. This is such an elegant way to showcase a perfect little light sconce. I think wall sconces can add so much interest to your spaces. You can't help but look at that wall sconce because of its placement, so choose something that is interesting. And then there's the sink and the faucet. I love wall-mounted faucets with vessel sinks. Anytime you mount a faucet on the wall instead of the countertop, you're giving yourself additional countertop space, so you can have a larger sink instead, especially if you're wanting a vessel-type sink. And how beautiful is that vessel sink? Because the powder room is typically used by guests and not for full makeup application or grooming, you can play around with the lighting near the sink and the type of sink as well. Are you being inspired? Then go ahead and hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe for more. All of that really helps to grow this channel. Okay, this might be controversial, but still. I love powder rooms with wood flooring. Because I don't consider a powder room like a real bathroom, a two-piece bathroom could benefit from having wood floors if you have wood flooring throughout your home. It really makes it feel more comfortable and again, less like a regular bathroom. I love it with a vanity that looks like a piece of furniture and less like a bathroom sink. Here's another example. The vanity looks like a large dresser, and the wood flooring continues the idea that it's not really a regular bathroom. If you've got tiles on the floor in your main living spaces, some parts of the world this is very common, but here in Canada, we tend towards wood floors because they are quite comfortable underfoot all year round. Anyway, if you live in a home with tile floors, then I would choose a different tile for your powder room. But if you've got wood floors, continue them through into your powder room. And if you've ever wanted to paint a room black or a really dark color, powder rooms are the perfect place for that kind of gutsy move. I love this powder room with a dark gray paint color on the walls. The floating countertop helps to make the space feel more spacious even though it's dark. And notice the wood floors in here? I love the warmth that they bring to the space. Or let's go all out and paint the room black. Black painted paneling can be offset by a great tile pattern on the floor. The pedestal sink also makes the room feel more spacious. And lastly, don't forget the mirror. I always say bathrooms require every inch to be designed and decided on before you start construction. Imagine deciding on a wall-mounted faucet after the plumber has roughed in the plumbing and the tiles and wall finishes have been installed. Not good. So definitely consider the mirror as a major part of your powder room design. Don't just fall back and choose whatever rectangular mirror you can find. Here's your chance to do a little something more interesting. Look for an interesting shape. An unexpected frame. Is the mirror your little touch of black? Maybe it's not even where you'd think a mirror should be. This is one of my favorite powder room designs. It incorporates a large mirror to the right, a beautiful sconce on the left adjacent wall, a stunning black granite vessel sink, a marble countertop, and that stunning wall-mounted faucet. It's pretty much perfection. Every time I see it, I love it. So there you have it, all the aspects of powder room design that I love. It's an opportunity for real creativity, whimsy, drama, mystery, or whatever you'd like. Make that room look and feel less like a regular bathroom. Go all out. You'll be surprised how much attention your little two-piece will get. I hope this has inspired you to look for new ways to be creative with your home and not just your powder room. If you've been inspired by any of these design concepts, let me know in the comments below. I can't wait to hear what you're loving. And do you want to see more of my design loves? Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We've got new design videos every week. Hit that notification button so you don't miss the next video. If you need personalized design advice, look for me on Patreon. We have lots of different tiers. You can support the channel, but you can also get great virtual design. And a great big thank you to my patrons. I've been scheduling calls and helping them with design all month. And as always, if you like this video, please hit that like button. See you soon.